Hey everyone, welcome back into the Fruit Farm. My name is Fruitsies, and today we're going to be doing a card review for the Seven of Wands. Alright, Seven of Wands. I have three different cards here from our different tarot decks that we use. Just like with all of our other formats, we'll just kind of go over each picture of the card, seeing if there's anything that stands out to us, and then we will go ahead and use our little book of tarot by Barbara Moore to kind of give us a little bit more of an explanation and a deeper dive into the card itself. So let's get started. So to start things off with the Seven of Wands, we have here three different cards with three different artworks. The first one is the Seven of Wands from the Dark Mansions deck. We have our Seven of Wands here from the Mystical Manga Tarot. And our last one that we have here is the Seven of Wands from our Crystal Visions deck. So to start off with our Seven of Wands here, I do notice that a lot of the pictures or the artwork that we have are very similar to one another between the different decks. And for this particular one with our Dark Mansions, we do see a man holding one of the staves. And then with the rest of the staffs, it looks like there is hands holding on each one of those as if they are to attack the man in the middle, and he's using his single wand to defend himself. We do notice that he's kind of standing above a hill, so he's kind of standing above everyone else where everyone else is trying to reach up to him. The sun is setting kind of a little bit more in the background. He's facing us. He's kind of having a very strong demeanor. I love the fact that he has a top hat. I'm not sure if there's any specific meaning to that, but we do see kind of this very standoffish side, like he is ready to defend his ground. Now, from what we have here in our mystical manga, we do have here the other six wands at the bottom. They're not being held by anyone, but they are being pointed at him in that same direction, just kind of pointing up. While we have the one man with the sunset in the background holding his staff as if he's going to defend himself in that very same demeanor. And then in the last one from our Crystal Vision, we do see a young warrior who is on a dragon standing on top of a hill, while the staves, which more look like torches or matches, like they want to set somebody on fire. That's kind of the bit of what I'm seeing here. We do have also the young person standing here holding a wand as if he's going to defend himself, but they also included a shield, which gives that more of a deeper impression that this is more somebody trying to defend themselves or trying to stand their ground in what is happening. So kind of knowing these initial impressions of what we're getting from just the artwork itself, we can go ahead and start looking into the definition that we have here within our little book of tarot. And when we jump into the Seven of Wands, the artwork for our little example is a little bit different. I do like the fact that this is more of like a fairy, mystical kind of a vibe where you have one person here and then you kind of have this swirling around within the sky and the field. And for those that are interested in what this artwork is, this is from the Fairy Lights Tarot deck from what we have here. And then for our definitions, this is what we have. Seven of Wands, for the keywords, we have defending, protecting, valor, courage, standing up to beliefs, resolve, taking action. And it says, sometimes you feel like things are coming to you relentlessly and it just won't stop. We've all gone through phases like that. And there are various ways to deal with those times. Laying low is one way. The Seven of Wands, though, says that you should stand up and face the onslaught with courage and confidence. Be clear on your values. Once you activate your will and express your intent, you can get things flowing in a more orderly and manageable way. And I really appreciate that last sentence because we do see that being expressed in the illustration on this particular card. And for a tarot tip, we have tarot tip number 10, where it talks about prioritizing. And then it says, when you try to manage too many things, we need you to take a breath, settle down, and prioritize. List out your tasks. Pull a card for each of them. Using the number of the cards, make an orderly list. If there are repeat numbers, use the suits to further order them. Wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. If you get a court card, that is something to delegate. And for our instant answer, it says stand up and take charge. You got this. And so I do find it very interesting in kind of some of the advice that we're getting here of like, if you are looking to start prioritizing certain aspects of your life or different things that you're trying to manage all at once, don't be afraid to make a list of all the tasks that you have at hand. And then if you want to include tarot in that process, you can start pulling cards for each one of those and order the priorities on those lists based on the number of the suit that you ended up pulling. If there are repeated numbers, then you can go ahead and prioritize them based on the suits and court cards, delegate those out to other people. Something I haven't tried myself, but perhaps that is something that I will start to explore, that once things just start to get a little bit overwhelming, that can be a really good way for us to approach a specific task and be able to just handle it in the best way possible. So the other thing that we want to leave in terms of our little card study is that if we do have these cards showing up in reverse, what could these things mean to us in our readings? Personally, for our Seven of Wands, one of the things that I interpret personally that always has come very instinctively to me is almost like, especially when it comes up in relationships, is us kind of having our guard up, us not allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. And perhaps just as a little bit of an insight to the way I read, is when I do get the Seven of Wands reversed, sometimes that means being maybe a little bit more vulnerable, maybe feeling a little exposed, but knowing also what the other meanings of the cards could be, we can start to arrive at different conclusions of, what could also these cards mean depending on what other cards we draw with. And there you have it. This is what we have today for our Seven of Wands. If you're really enjoying this content, feel free to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if there's been any insights that you have found from these tarot reviews or things that stick out to you in particularly about the Seven of Wands. Feel free to check me out at twitch.tv/fruitsies, where we do live readings for tarot readings for all the viewers, followers, subscribers, things of that nature. We also do play random video games here on the channel as well. And we also do these card reviews live on the stream as well, and we have conversations about them if for anything that stands out to us. I really hope you all enjoyed this content that we are having. Feel free to follow me also on Instagram at Fruitsy, and if there is anything else that you would like to know and to learn, also feel free to leave those comments in below. And until next time, stay fresh.